Richard, it's good to have you on Sports Tonight.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for having me, and it's a pleasure.
Awesome. I was with you, I think 3 weeks ago at the Nigeria house, and you said that, look, it's going to be easy. You got into the boxing ring, and you made it so easy. Did you go into that ring with the Niger power?
Of course, of course. That's the first. If you saw the build-up, I was on Sky Sports, and they were asking me, Richard, where did you get the power from? I said, it's genetical. It's from my African descent. It's from Nigeria, and it's from eating a lot of pounded jam and egusi. So people are not going to understand this.
I like that. I love pounded jam and egusi. Richard, what's next? I know Lawrence Okoli has the belt. Again, when we met, we talked about it. So have you got your eyes on that title now?
Of course, of course. It's the takeover. Anybody, any champion is gonna be on their toes, because you know when you have a hungry contender, it's very dangerous. They know everything is at risk. You know, this guy can actually come and take away everything that I've worked for, and we know we're capable of doing that. We have the power, we have the mindset, we have the discipline, we live the life. So it's just a period of time.
Awesome. Before we get back to Yemi in Lagos, Richard, you've got an interesting boxing story. In what ways have you been inspired by boxing?
So with boxing, it was one of my friends, my close friends in and around my area where I grew up. He introduced me to boxing. He said, you know, I'm doing boxing. I'm going to the training in a local gym. So he decided to show me some punching, some combinations, and I was so intrigued. I just wanted to go down to the gym and train. So I asked him to bring me there. And after that, I just started to do championships, and I just fell in love with the sport. It kind of gave me a lot of purpose, a lot of discipline. It made me focus. I understood that there's a whole system within the boxing, but if you do really well, it can change your life forever. One of the trainers used to tell me all the time, said, Richard, if you win a medal in the Olympics, your life will never be the same again. And I used to always meditate, and I think, you know what, I'm going to change my life through the boxing. And when I started to compete, I realized I had a gift from God, a lot of power. You know, I used to knock out everybody that I faced, and that's when I started to take it seriously. But there was a period of time where I decided to study. Then I went to university, graduated from university. I studied marketing, communication, and advertising. My dad always told me, if anything happens in your sporting career, you know, at least you can lean back on education. Education is very important. Education is why I'm one of the most intelligent fighters in this world today, because it's helped me make better decisions. If I wasn't educated, I would be like a lot of these other fighters, making a lot of bad mistakes. But it's been a blessing, this journey.
Awesome.
Bought in and ask you
this. Let's go to yeah. Okay, I mean.
Yeah. I mean, you listening to you and reading your profile, you've beaten a lot of boxers and you make it look easy. So I'm tempted to ask, if you get to the top, you win the belt, are you thinking of leaving the cruiserweight division to heavyweight, or for the whole length of your boxing career, you want to stay in cruiserweight?
You know what, that's a good question, but I have to correct you there. It's when I win. When I win the belt, I'm 100% planning to move to the heavyweight division, and I want to make my mark on that division. I have a lot of athleticism, I have speed, I have power. I know I'll do very well. I sparred Anthony Joshua, Dillian White, you know, a lot of these amateur heavyweights that have won gold medals like Fraser Clark, they've won Olympic medals, and I held my own. I'm very comfortable mixing it with them. So 100% I'm going to go to heavyweight, and I believe I'm the best, so it has to be done. That's the pinnacle of boxing to me, heavyweight boxing.
Okay. Why do you think Nigerian boxers are springing up everywhere in the UK? We're trying to understand, and you've talked about, you know, you told them on Sky Sport where you got your power from, and we're all proud to be associated with you. Apart from you guys that are known, we also know there are a lot of guys that are trying to claw their way to the top. So why do you think you have many of you guys that we could trace to Nigeria doing big things in the United Kingdom?
I believe it was just a disconnection. I think a lot of the Nigerian fighters didn't really believe that, you know, our heritage, people back home were interested in promoting, but it was just somebody that needed to connect the dots, and now it's connected. Everybody's coming out. The best fighters in the world are African Americans and African fighters. That's the truth. It's facts, and a lot of them are Nigerian. A lot of them are Nigerian fighters, especially in the UK. The best fighters are from here. So now it's all about us getting that exposure, connecting back home, seeing how we can build ourselves back home, because I've seen a lot of these champions, they become champion, they do well, they make a lot of money, and they disappear. But we need to start connecting back to the roots, start developing our place where we're from. If you come here, you know, unfortunately, there's a lot of racism, there's a lot of things that's going on. They will show you that you don't belong here, you know, unless you're doing something that is, you know, really intriguing, really, really fascinating, and that's when they would like to connect with you. But it's a blessing to be able to do both. You know, I was born here in the UK, but at the same time, I'll never forget my heritage.
That's right. It's very important, Richard, and you make us so proud whenever you represent Nigeria out there. Whenever you have a fight, Richard, I've been trying to imagine it. Help me. How beautiful will it be if we get a title fight in Nigeria, Richard and Lawrence Okoli?
Yeah, that would be the best. That would be a dream come true. You know, to bring it back home, bring it back home like Muhammad Ali did against George Foreman. You know, it's only happened a couple of times in history, and for us to do that is a big statement. And I know it can happen. I know 100% we can make it happen. It's just a bit of organization, talking to the right people, and I know everybody will come to support this. This will be a very historic moment. So I think it has to be done.
That's true. Just in 1 minute, Richard, you visited Nigeria sometime in March. You went to the northeast region. Richard, are you confident that we can use boxing to inspire lives in that region?
Absolutely. When I was there, I actually left after the fight prior to this one. The next day, I was on a flight to Abuja, and then after that, I went to Maiduguri in Bono, and I was there, you know, with the United Humanitarian Service, and they were just escorting me around. We went to the local communities suffering from insurgencies, and it was so humbling to be able to see how they're living, to understand how much opportunity that we have down here. They don't have no education, no formal education system. So there's a charity that I'm working with, Street Child, that has a informal education system that, you know, that helped a lot of the children down there. And because it's not really formal, you have like a 7-year-old working alongside a 15-year-old, because it's based on ability only. So sad to see. When I showed them, you know, my boxing videos, they were so excited. I asked them, what do you want to become? They said they want to do boxing now. They said, Richard, how can you help us? I said, I'm going to use my platform to tell the world about you, because a lot of people have their eyes on me because of what I do, but I'm gonna tell the world about you. And a lot of people from down here have messaged me, said, how can we connect? How can we help? Because we're all human beings, you know. Everybody has their dreams and aspirations and stuff, but being selfless is a beautiful thing. To help another human being is one of my passions, and I think like that's why, you know, I've become so successful, is because I was just freely able to give and help others.
Richard, thank you so much for your time. That was so inspiring. All the best. Keep winning. Stay focused. You're Nigerian. We'll keep rooting for you.
Thank you.